Here's Doug Gottlieb and Jason Smith.
Greetings. Welcome inside the Dan Patrick Show at Fox Sports Radio. Jason Smith, Doug Gottlieb in for Dan this week. And here are our shows normally on Fox Sports Radio, 8 to 11 Pacific for myself. Doug, 12 to 3, doing double duty all week long. You did Colin's show last week. You got Dan Patrick with me this week. You got your show. I mean, is there any downtime for you at all?
Yeah, after this.
After this?
After this week.
You're going to Europe with LeBron?
I'm not going to Europe with LeBron.
That would be pretty cool.
Here's the thing that LeBron, I think, is going to learn, though. Yeah, it's one of the things about living in Los Angeles is very, very simple. You'll get to a point to which you'll go somewhere else. You're like, why did I leave? Right? Right? L.A. in the summer. There's a reason everyone comes to L.A. in the summer, because it's perfect every day. But still, I don't know. Maybe we'll do Europe. I don't know. Just hop on a flight.
You know, the funny thing is everybody that I've ever in my life, look, I've been out here for 20 years now. You grew up out here. It's the same thing. Anybody who ever leaves says, boy, I miss the conveniences of L.A. That's the one. I miss everything. Is any kind of food I want, a movie, anything is within a stone's throw, and I don't get that when I go someplace else.
Well, now you get all the big stars, including the biggest star in the NBA, playing at Staples. That, like, it's a sea change really in the NBA, in that now all of a sudden the Celtics become the absolute favorite in the East, and the West gets even more difficult, even more arduous to get to the top.
And things get bigger for us right here on Fox Sports Radio. Joining us now on the hotline, LeBron is a Laker. He had a big role in it. It's the Lakers' Kobe Bryant. Kobe, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Dude, we're doing all right. Look, we're asking everybody the where were you moment, but obviously you talked to LeBron the night before. We saw the Lee Jenkins article in Sports Illustrated. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, we've known each other for a long time, man. You know what I mean? So there's always been kind of that brotherhood there that's, you know, it goes back to our first time playing together at the Olympics, right? And so, you know, for him now to be a part of this Laker family, you know, it's big, man. And look, it's like, you know, once you put on that golden armor, man, it's like you become a part of this culture, you become a part of the history, and man, I couldn't be more excited for the city and for Rob, Magic, and Jeannie.
All right, so what was part of the conversation that you had with LeBron? What was some of the stuff you talked about?
Hey, welcome to the family, bro. You know, you know, just getting together when he gets out here, and you know, just making sure his kids were good, family's good, and you know, that whole bit.
Okay, so we're all reacting Saturday night to the news that Paul George is staying in Oklahoma City, which caused a lot of people to think, wait a second, hold on, maybe now LeBron won't go. What was your reaction when Paul George didn't even have a meeting with Magic? Magic got fined $500,000 for tampering,
right,
for winking. Didn't have a meeting. He doesn't have a meeting with anybody else. He stays in Oklahoma City. What'd you think when you saw that?
I didn't have much of a reaction to it. You know, Rob Pelinka has been my guy for so long, and you know, I know how he operates. So I know he has, you know, he's cut the pie a million different ways, right? So he has options. If that falls through, he has this. If that falls through, he has that. So he has backup plans to backup plans. So I was never really worried about it. I knew he was going to, you know, he had another option. Because that's just how he operates, man. So I wasn't tripping at all.
Okay, so for a long time in L.A., you know, if you're on Team Kobe, you can't be on Team LeBron, right? You can't, right? Now you guys never got to face each other in the finals. Like, it just never worked. We never got the battle of those two superpowers. We got you in the Celtics, but we didn't get you versus LeBron. Okay, so everyone read the tweet. You're taking the high road. You're welcome into your city, welcome into your team. But you have to tell NBA fans, Laker fans, how do you really feel about LeBron James wearing your team's jersey?
I love it, man. Listen, here's the thing: the NBA does better when the Lakers are at their highest potential. And for the city of LA, it's important for us to have that star power. Now, look, you know, Jerry was here, Elgin Baylor was here, Wilt was here, Magic was here, Cat was here, Shaq, myself, and now let's carry it forward again, right? You got LeBron here now; it's his turn now. Hopefully, he can, which he will. He'll take this franchise back to its prominence, man. So I'm excited. I mean, I bleed purple and gold, and since I was 3 years old. You know what I mean? It cuts real deep with me, man. So I'm really excited.
Did you know after your conversation? Did you know when the news got tweeted out? When did you know?
I can't remember exactly when I knew, but I knew. I'm pretty sure I knew before everybody else.
And Kobe called Clutch Sports, and Clutch Sports put out the tweet.
I don't know if you read Lee's article, but Lee's article said that LeBron, listen, it felt like a little bit of a script, so maybe it's not exactly how it happened. It said he was getting on his plane to fly to Europe, and he called Rich Paul and said, call the Lakers, hung up and got on the plane. So that's not really the way it went down?
I don't know. That sounds about right.
Kobe Bryant joining us here on Fox Sports Radio. Jason Smith, Doug Gottlieb in for Dan Patrick and the Danettes. Okay, so you mentioned you believe that LeBron will take the Lakers back to where they belong, to prominence, to top the NBA. What's this going to be like? You've been a part of the builds, the rebuilds, several times over with the Lakers. What should our reasonable expectations be based upon the roster they currently have wearing purple and gold?
Well, I think the wonderful thing about this is that it really does speed up the development of the younger players, where they've been growing so much, and now here they are thrust into the spotlight. And how pressure makes diamonds. And so in this situation, you'll see Lonzo step up. You'll see Kuzma step up more. Like, the young guys will really step up and rise to that challenge and hit their potential a lot faster than they ordinarily would.
Do you think they all stay? Well, all the talk about Kawhi Leonard, that's still on the table. He wants to come here. That all those players, guys like Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, they'll all still be here? Well,
the most important thing is that they have talent here now, right? So, the Lakers have put themselves in a beautiful position where you have a myriad of options, right? And all of which, we'd all be happy with. So,
if he doesn't win a championship, is it a failure?
No, we'll get back to that level.
No, I understand.
We'll get back to that
I understand,
level.
but you still look. You got
he is family now, and as a Laker, we will get back to that level. I remember Magic said it when Shaq and I first came on board, and his unyielding support for us was something that we relied on heavily. And we're all going to rally around LeBron and support him just the same, man. We'll get this done.
Doug, Kobe had no time for that question. He had.
I mean, you got to offer up the possibility, right? Like, look,
he's in the golden armor, my man. That's family now. Bro.
I understand, but look, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, they come over here, and then Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, they came. Others have chased what you have captured, right? Others have tried to do it and have failed. Have we offered up the thought? All right, here's my question. He's 33. And he's been able to not be injured. You had the knee. You had several different knee things, and then obviously the Achilles.
Yep.
How long can he continue at this pace, considering he's a huge man who's never been hurt?
Well, I mean, here's the beautiful thing about the size that he has is that it gives him great versatility. So when he reaches a point where he feels like his game is slowing down or his explosiveness is diminishing, with his size, he can easily and comfortably move to the low block, right? He can play down low. He can play the mid-post more. He can play on the elbows more. So his size gives him great versatility and the ability to adapt with age. I mean, you saw I had to adapt to age. Mike had to adapt to age. Certain players had to adapt. But, I was 6'6", right? So I was posting up and having to do things with bigger guys. But LeBron's size is 6'10". I mean, that's a natural evolution for him. So I don't think he'll have much of a problem with it.
You talked about evolution of how things have been going free agency-wise for LeBron. He had the decision, then he had the first-person article for Players Tribune. Still, this was such a big deal with police helicopters following him as he landed in Van Nuys on Saturday, which is so LA and so awesome. Do you like the way free agency goes now with players and how things go and how big of a deal it is like this?
Well, I just think it just elevates the game as a whole, right? If this much attention is being paid to free agency, that means the game is extremely popular and it's really in a good spot, right? And we live in an era now with social media and so many different media outlets that everybody's trying to one-up each other, right? So that just raises and heightens the electricity that surrounds free agency. So, I mean, it's all good, man. It's all good. It just does nothing but make the game more popular.
So. You chose to kind of remove yourself from LA. You live you had to helicopter in from where you live to get to Staples.
Yeah.
And you did that, I would guess, to kind of get away from some of the noise and have your own thing. He's chosen, at least his two homes now, that's Brentwood, that's West LA, that's right in the heartbeat of it. How challenging do you think that's going to be for him? Look, he's had a circus before, but it's a circus in Akron and Cleveland. It's completely different when you're in LA. What's that challenge like for him?
Well, I think it'll be fine, actually. I think, there'll be a lot of hype at first. But, what happens in LA, even in, OC, is that the city claims you. So they wind up protecting you and shielding you and looking out for you, right? I mean, so I think at first it'll be, a little crazy, but when things stabilize and they settle down, the community will actually rally around him and protect him and his family, so.
You got to watch out, Kobe. You sound management now. You're management now.
Listen, man. To say I was excited was, like Jeannie. I remember Jeannie when her and I first talked, and her about taking over the team and stuff, and her finally deciding to do that, and being really happy for her, and and Rob obviously coming back and taking that thing, and knowing the pressure that he was under, and the heat that he was under, the challenge that he was facing. Man, this is a big day, man. It's a big day.
You've obviously won 5 NBA titles. Okay, you've won an Oscar now. Does winning a title as part of a front office interest you in the future?
No, I'm not. No. No.
Not even a little?
No, man, no. Like, I love what I'm doing. I love creating. I love, getting up in the morning and working on building the studio. I absolutely love it. But, Lakers is family, bro. So, for Rob to win a championship, to me, it's like winning another one, man. Like, I couldn't, that's my brother. So I'll always be a part of the Laker family.
Detail was really well received, incredibly well received during the NBA playoffs. Players are look, the respect I know you want is not just from us, but really from players, right? And players like, dude, I watched that. That was incredible. But there is, you're kind of giving away keys to Jason Tatum, who's with the Celtics. Like, you're saying Lakers are family, but you're telling the Celtics how to beat everybody else. Is there any sort of pull there because there are guys you like, guys you have relationships, and guys maybe you don't like? How do you handle that?
I know. Well, the thing is, these tactics are things that help Jason Tatum, but there are also things conceptually that can help other basketball players and other athletes. And the choice that I made was, I want to be able to enhance the game for other players, not just the ones that are currently playing, but also for the next generation, right? So, if you have a 12-year-old basketball player out there right now, and he's watching the show Detail, and he's watching how the game should be processed, and he's thinking about the game at that level now, then what would he be thinking about when he's 17, when he's 22, when he's 25, right? So it's about playing the long game and trying to enhance the next generation of athletes as well as help out the current ones.
Yeah, I'm sure Gigi loves that. I'm sure she rolls her eyes. She's like, oh, man, are we going to break down tape again?
You know what? That's when it all started, though. I figured, if I can create a show that has fun lights and diagrams and arrows and try to make that visually fun for my kid to watch, then, she can learn and without me having to sit down with her and bore her to death while watching film.
All right. One last time, just so Laker fans know, guys that have your jersey, you are okay with them purchasing a LeBron James jersey today that says Lakers. You are not. If they take off a Kobe jersey and put on a LeBron Lakers jersey, you're cool with it.
Oh my God, yes, man. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Go
in your closet, stack up on Jerry West, stack up on Magic, on my jersey, by LeBron jersey. I mean, let's go. I mean, it's all about the golden armor, man. And stock up.
And you're going to let LeBron use the helicopter, right? Because he's got to live a little bit farther out, and getting to practice might be tough.
He can use the Mamba chopper anytime, man.
All right. How much time did you cut off your commute? That's what I always wanted to know. How much did it take you from leaving your house, get there, to get to practice? What was it, 10 minutes?
Bro, seriously, when I first moved out here, there was hardly anybody out here, right? So the drive for me was 30 minutes. And then it started becoming an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. And, I mean, you got soccer games to get to. You got school recitals to get to. Man, ain't nobody got time to be sitting in traffic, man. So I tried the helicopter, and it takes me 15 minutes.
The Mamba chopper.
Mamba chopper, man.
That is a baller move. That's a big baller move. Kobe, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
You got it, fellas. Have a good one.
All right, Kobe Bryant joining us on Fox Sports Radio here on the Dan Patrick Show.